council to do another referendum, I guess. But I understand that there were some AAPs done. I looked at the AAP process with an open mind, and it looks to me like it's a very difficult process for the general public. It might be well understood by lawyers and other people that are familiar with legislation, but I can tell you for someone who's a layperson, you would find it very difficult to understand the AAP process. There's a advertising period where the process starts, and that's the means by which notice is served upon the general public. It's not effective. I never knew about it until my wife brought it to my attention. And like I say, I've been here for a long time. The thing that I want to bring to the council's attention is that, like Councillor Manley's motion is bringing forward, is that the AAP process isn't an inclusive type process. If you don't subscribe to the newspaper that it's advertised in, or read the website of the City of Nanaimo, you simply don't know about it. So if you're trying to reach all the people in Nanaimo, you need to do something different than the last time that you ran this AAP process. You need to deliver notices to each community, everybody in the community. You need to reach the people. Otherwise, you're going to continue to have people that distrust this system. They don't trust this system. I'm just letting you know what the feeling is out there. I can tell you from my perspective, the cost, and I know there's a sum of $267,000 that's been put away for referendum voting. I did the calculations, and there's approximately, according to the city, 80,000 electors in Nanaimo. If you break it down per elector, it's $3.33 per elector to hold a referendum in Nanaimo. Now, if you take the AAP cost, it's $10,000. I believe you. But there's another cost associated with that, because each and every individual person that has to bring the documents back to the city has to spend time, money for gas, or money for stamps and envelopes. It's going to amount to $3 or $4 or $5. So the cost is the same. There is no difference between the cost of an AAP and the cost of a referendum. You're just So lastly, I want to say one more thing about borrowing money on behalf of people. I belong to a collegiate system of people that is built on trust. When you're borrowing my money for me, I want to know about it. You've got to ask me if you want to borrow money. And I will tell you honestly, if it's for something that's
1 minute, Mr. Bartlett.
1 minute left. I'll tell you honestly, if it's worthwhile, in my view, I'll answer yes. If it isn't, in my view, I'll answer no. I've got a quote from Mayor Crow that he was giving an interview with Chile. And Mayor Crow, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the quote. Mayor Crow said, "I can't say that I would support spending over $300,000 to get the answer to a question, which I think for most people, if they understood what was needed and what was happening, would be voting yes anyway." That's taking away my right to vote no. If you think that I'm going to vote yes, why ask me? Well, I'm telling you, I know what's happening. I read the material, and for this particular matter, this particular time, I would vote no. I would look for a different way to resolve this problem. There must be some less expensive way. You don't need to build a brand new shiny building. If there's some seismic problems, there's some seismic upgrades that could be done, I'm sure. I would ask the council to seriously look into that before they embark on spending money on phase 1 and more money on phase 2, 3, and 4.
I've given you more than 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, so I got a little excited there, but I've been waiting all night to be able to say this, and it's almost 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
So thank you, Mayor and Council, for allowing me to speak.
Questions for Mr. Bartlett?
Thank you for your presentation. So what I'm hearing from you, feel that there's been, our way of communicating has not been good, number one.
Yes.
Yes.
Number two, you don't understand the project as well as you would like to,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
I don't understand the project. I think it's a significant project and it's built in phases. I'd like to know more about all of the phases and the total cost that these phases are going to incur. I'm a lawyer. I act for clients that build things in phases, and phase one is often the cheapest. Phase 2, 3, and 4 can often exceed all expectations. So I just don't know enough about this project to vote in favor of it. I would vote against it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just a difficult decision. I still don't know where I'm gonna land. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Manley.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you recall in the last referendum whether you got a notification in the mail that there was a referendum?
I didn't get a notification in the mail.
Do you recall in the last municipal election whether you got a notification in the mail?
Municipal election?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very aware of the municipal election.
But did you get a notification in the mail that there was an election happening?
Province-wide.
I don't know if I got a notice in the mail. I probably did, though.
Yeah, approximately 24% of folks turned out for the election. Did you do a tour of the NOC of the operations center or the?
No.
They were given the invitation. There was a public invitation. Would you be interested in doing a tour of the operation?
I sure would if somebody could explain to me the costs associated with it. Yeah. I didn't know anything about a tour. I knew nothing about the project. Nothing. Absolutely zero. I didn't know about the AAP process. I knew nothing. So that's how well your system is working in your community.
And during the referendum, how did you vote? What are your opportunities to vote?
What are my opportunities to vote for in a referendum?
Yeah.
I would vote yes or no.
No, but I mean, like, how many opportunities do you get to go out and vote?
None. You haven't had a referendum.
In a referendum, you get 3 different times where you can go out to vote to a specific voting place.
Yes.
So you have to drive to it.
Yes.
Can you mail in a ballot for a referendum?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
Do you favor mail-in ballots?
I don't favor mail-in ballots. I favor being notified of a process that I have no notice of.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Higgins.
Thank you, Worship, for you, Mr. Bartlett. Thank you. Since you've become aware of the project and the AAP process, have you gone onto the city website and kind of dove into what the Nanaimo Operations Center project looks like? And
It's all hype.
it's all online. Have
It's
you
all
availed
hype.
yourself of that information?
I have actually gone on the website and I have done a tour of the website, yes.
Great. So you're now informed.
Nope.
Where
So I'm now informed about what? About what's on the website?
about the scope of the Nanaimo Operations Center.
I'm informed about what's on the website. Yeah. I would still vote no, based on what I see on the website.
Doesn't talk about the other phases.
Any other questions for Mr. Bartlett? Not seeing any. Thank you very much. Mr. Bartlett, appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.